let's see. Let's start with the Boondocks stuff. Let's talk about this Boondocks situation.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Is Boondocks is set to come out again for what, the fifth time now?
This would be
in 2022. This would be season 5.
Yeah.
So it'll at that point it'll be over 10 years, bro. Or almost. No. What was that, 2014?
When did season 4 come out?
I want to say 2014. So at least 7 years. At least 7 years. But remember, 2014, the last season, Aaron McGruder wasn't on that season. He had left the show at that point. Rodney Barnes had taken over. And Sony was trying to, they were poisoning the show anyway. They didn't want it to go to syndication where they really got to pay them black people. I live in color. I live in color. I learned that from you. Thank you. But Aaron McGruder is back, so that's a good sign. The white people at HBO Max who own the rights are just loving the fact that McGruder is back and his vision is in play, and he's excited to talk about things, through his art in the same sense that he did back in the day.
We should take a step back and thank Issa Rae for that. Because Issa Rae is the one making all that real black content, and HBO's like, oh, okay, these niggas know what they're doing. Like, she needs to be thanked for that. Because when she started doing Insecure, well, she did the Black Girl thing
Aqua
on
Black
YouTube,
Girl.
Aqua Black Girl thing, and then she made it to HBO, and that show's phenomenal. You and I both know people who've been on the show, part of the show, whatever, and it's a good show. It's a great show.
My barbershop's been in that show. My barber's been in that show. We've done 2 events, and those venues have been in the show. Like Ron G's been in the show.
Right.
So, yeah, it's almost like a cousin I don't see. I'm happy for it. You know what I'm saying?
One of my favorite restaurants that ain't open no more, but they shot a very important scene in the show there too. Yeah, I mean, but the point is, I think she kind of is opening their eyes, like, they know what they're doing.
She's Serena Williams' situation over at HBO. I'm pregnant. White girl, I'm pregnant.
They'll beat you bitches.
Right. Now, shout out to Issa Rae. We got to get her on the show one day for sure. I would love to have her on the show.
Oh man, I don't fanboy often, but that'd be awesome. Issa, how's it going? She's amazing. Like, talk about people that young black girls can look up to, like on some real, like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So thank you, Issa, for getting Aaron back into the situation.
I mean, she got to get credit at some level. I don't know if she was in the room shaking hands, but
I get because I mean, you and I both know, being in this game, like, one has to get it right for them to give another one a chance. Don't let nobody fool you, because that was the same situation 20 years ago. It's the same situation now. There's just a lot more of volume in terms of, me and you grow up, there was like, what, 9 major channels? You know what I'm saying? And then cable. Now you got like, now you got like 400 times the amount of opportunities, but it's still one black person per one show.
There's a British version of Issa Rae, and a girl's name I can't remember, but I've seen her in a couple of things. She's really good too. She's created a couple of series. One was on Netflix. I know she has one on HBO. I can't think of her name right now.
I have not seen it, but
she's similar.
Yeah, this. So you kind of halfway with this whole Boondocks situation now.
I'm gonna watch it because I like the Boondocks, but there's a lot of key people that aren't gonna be in it. I mean, they might get some people who can do similar voiceover work, like how they did with what was that movie? The Robin Harris movie that Robin Harris wasn't in because he had already passed away. And so they got Faison Love or something to do the voice of Robin Harris. Yeah. So I mean, but you can't fake Pops. You can't
Pops
fake
is gone.
Mr. Witherspoon.
Ed Wuncler is gone.
Ed Winston is gone. Charlie Murphy is gone.
Rest in power to both of them.
Right.
And I was watching Michael Jordan earlier today and his Hall of Fame speech. And okay, for those that are going to hear this and don't know who Leroy Smith is, Michael Jordan was cut from his high school team. And the guy that took his spot, the last spot on the team, his name is Leroy Smith. Michael Jordan is an asshole. Michael Jordan invited Leroy Smith down to his Hall of Fame speech. He flew him out. He bought the ticket. He sat him in the 21st row and talked about how the coach made a mistake and I had to prove it to Leroy Smith and the coach. I say all that to say, like this is between like Boondocks seasons and stuff like that. Charlie Murphy did a sketch, him acting as Leroy Smith, trying to sell like his version of the Jordans, but he was Leroy Smith. And it was hilarious. It was because it was just Charlie Murphy talking about, "Hi, I'm Leroy Smith. Buy my shoes." You know, he was just all just like, he showed the same bummy ass shoes and was like, "Buy my shit." It was funny. And I'm gonna miss Charlie Murphy. I miss him already. For those that don't know, The Health Inspector season 1 is my favorite all-time episode. That's where Jen Rummy and Ed Wuncler III are introduced, aka Samuel L. Jackson and Charlie Murphy acting as two wiggers, like in the situation, shooting people, smacking, taking chains, running them off of camera, and then popping 2 shots. I said, this show's not coming back. It's not coming back. And it did, and I've been a fan ever since. And I'm kind of like you, though. Like, I want to see it. I want it to do well. But it's kind of like a living color when they was talking about rebooting that, and that took a while, and they didn't do it because they knew they couldn't capture what they used to have. It might be a little too late. We're super sensitive now. You got principal characters that are no longer in play. I want it to succeed. I just really don't know if I really believe that, though. That's where I'm at with it. Am I gonna watch it? Yeah, because I got HBO Max, and that's the best streaming platform out there. Thank you, HBO. Thank you. We got to get them to sponsor something we do, because I pump them up every episode. But yeah, I want it to succeed. We'll see what happens. And I know this, you know this, because you're a writer. Writing takes a lot of time, right?
You're really learning this, aren't you? You're learning this now.
Bro.
Everybody thought, oh, he ain't doing shit when to talk about me. Oh, I'm working on something. Yeah, nigga ain't doing it. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Another writer told me this a long time ago. It was my 300 level course writing teacher in college. She taught memoir, and she said something along the lines that being a writer is like never leaving school. It's like being in school for the rest of your life. Because you do research all the time. It's like having to write book reports for a bunch, for yourself almost. And so, yeah, I remember she told me, and it's true. Like if you really get into that shit, like, and it's hard to turn that stuff around sometimes. And we flipped a masterful script between the two of us. It took 3-4 days to write the script, but how much planning did you put into creating it? Right, it was months.
Right, like half a year, and then,
right.
and the thing was, I didn't know how to write, especially back then. So, I'm thankful for that, and y'all are gonna get that one day, trust me. But McGruder doesn't write fast. So, because remember, they said that this was coming back in 2019. This is pre-COVID. Kobe was still here. Chadwick was still, like, so much has changed since they first announced this. And, I think the farther they get away from it, it's kind of like, I played Kingdom Hearts 3 just came out like a year ago. I played the second one in 2005. That's how I feel about Boondocks right now. Like, people got They got married. They got kids now. There's a dog running around somewhere. Like, none of that is me, but I got friends to do that. You know, like, it's just a different situation. So hopefully, either way, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not expecting too much because of season 4.
No,
I mean,
no.
even though McGruder is the shit and he's back and he's at the helm, I mean, still, some stuff just loses its luster too. Like you said, I mean, if it comes from a different time, like
Yeah,
Boondocks came right before. I say Boondocks was the generation before people started being real sensitive about shit,
right, right.
right? And now, and that was still a generation before now. So now people nowadays, you can't even. I mean, you can't even make a joke without people cancel that motherfucker. Boondocks.
Right. Yeah,
If you took Boondocks season 1 and released it today, do you know how many people have a problem with that shit? Do you know how many people have a problem with that shit?
it would have premiered one day and got canceled the next.
Right.
Right.
And Aaron McGruder would have been labeled a racist the next day.
Right.
The next day. So
Are we? Is this a premonition? Are we saying this is going to happen in
No, I hope
2022?
it. I hope it doesn't. But like in the state of affairs in the world right now, people are walking on eggshells across the board. And I mean, we ain't gonna get into politics or social shit. But at some level, I know that it's needed and it's justified. But then at some level, it's like, come on, man, like, come on,
Yeah, it's too tight.
right?
It's too tight, in
Like
my opinion.
you want to cancel racist characters from the 40s and 50s? Be my fucking guest, whatever, you know. But if they were to take the Boondocks and start chopping that shit up, I'd be like, fuck. Like, there's no point to watching it now. Granddad couldn't exist. Granddad couldn't exist.
No,
Uncle
dude,
Ruckus, Uncle Ruckus couldn't exist.
no,
Wundler couldn't exist.
bro. The episode, this going back to my episode. These white boys, voice acted by these two black people, shot an Arab in the show in front of a white cop.
Right. Now
That got shut up.
Right. Clearly they was trying to prove a point, and it was definitely juxtaposed against the Bush administration on that. Everybody understands that now, looking back on it. But
It's tight right now, bro. It's a
right,
little too tight.
yeah, I mean,
So
because we like I said, we wrote a masterful script in 3 days, and we had to do some modifications on that because you were like, shit is funny, but
that's got to be in the DVD extras. That's got to be a special feature.
Right.
We already got to get their money.
The last section of the special features too. It's gonna be labeled. Do you want to click this? So I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. But if it's all watered down, I won't be surprised.
I just hope it doesn't feel like season 4. That's what I'm really. Season 1 or 2, I'm with. Season 3, it was up and down. Season 4 was a sabotage all the way through.
And I never even finished watching season 4 because I watched the first episode and was like, this shit is whack.
Exactly.
Like, it was just so bad. Like,
yeah, and that was all intentional. We're rooting for you, Aaron. Get it right for all of us. We believe in you.